Hello, we'll solve one mathematics sum related to definite integral. I read out the function, read out the sum for you. It tells that we have to find the value of this particular integral, which is running from 0 to pi by 2. It's a definite integral, and the function is 3 root of cos theta divided whole by root of cos theta plus root of sin theta to the power 5, and we have to integrate with respect to d theta, and we have to find this particular value, the value of this particular integral. Okay. So we'll start. We'll be using the properties of definite integral. Okay. So which property? We can remember one property. It was integral of a to b f theta d theta can be written as a to b f of a plus b minus theta d theta. This is one of the property of definite integral, and we can apply this property in this sum. Okay. So after applying this particular property, what it will happen? Can it be written as 0 to pi by 2? See, this 3 being constant, this 3 I will be writing is outside the integration. Okay, so this will become root of cos of pi by 2 minus theta. Why? Because pi by 2 plus 0 is nothing but pi by 2. Pi by 2 minus theta, this will become cos of pi by 2 minus theta, and this will become sine of pi by 2 minus theta dot d theta. Okay, so we already know from the periodic function property that cos of pi by 2 minus theta is nothing but sine theta. So it will be written as 0 to pi by 2 root of sine theta by root of sine theta plus root of cos theta to the power 5. Yeah, to the power 5. Okay, so this is coming. So what will happen if you assume this particular integral as I? This is also I. If I try to add this two equation 1 this one and equation 2. So what will happen when I write adding equation 1 and 2? I will be getting 2i is equals to 3 0 to pi by 2 root of cos theta plus root of sin theta divided by root of cos theta plus root of sin theta to the power 5 dot d theta. Because the particular base is same, you can see the base is same, so what will happen, it will be the LCM will be this one, and we can add it accordingly. So what will happen, this term is same, so one of the power will be cancelled and this 5 power will reduce to 4. Okay, so I can write this is equals to 2i is equals to 3 0 to pi by 2 d theta divided by root of cos theta plus root of sin theta to the power 4. Okay, so this is our simplified version till here. So next step what we'll do, we'll try to simplify more. Yeah, we'll try to simplify more. So from here what we will do, now in this step, if we have to divide both numerator, dividing both numerator and denominator by cos square theta. So we will be getting 2i is equals to 3 0 to pi by 2 d theta by cos square theta divided by, now see this is root of cos theta, if cos square theta goes inside cos theta it will become cos theta, so it will become cos theta by cos theta plus root of sin theta by cos theta. Okay, clearly you can understand this one. Yeah. In the next step we'll try to simplify. So it will become 2i is equals to 3 0 to pi by 2 1 by cos square theta is nothing but sec square theta dot d theta, and cos theta will be cancelled, it will be 1 plus root of tan theta to the power 4 to the power 4. Okay, yeah. So now you can see what we can do this one, we can do the substitution method. We will be taking tan theta is equals to t square. If we differentiate tan theta, what we will be getting? We will be getting sec square theta d theta is equals to 2t dt. We are trying to convert the function from theta to t, so the limits will be also modified. So can I tell, when theta is tending towards 0, t will also be tending towards 0, and when theta is tending towards pi by 2, t will also be tending towards infinity. So our sum will be modified to 2i is equals to 3 0 to infinity 2t dt divided by 1 plus t to the power 4. Okay, so this is our simplified version now. Yeah. So the next step what I will do, yeah, this 2 can be taken outside. I can write 2i is equals to 6 0 to infinity t dt by 1 plus t to the power 4. Now you can clearly see this one, we will be taking this one as a partial fraction. This one is a partial fraction, we will try to break it in terms of the partial fraction, and we will try to find the simplified version of it. So can I write this partial fraction like this? A by 1 plus t by b by 1 plus t whole square plus c by 1 plus t whole cube plus d by 1 plus t to the power 4. Correct? This a, b, c, d are constant. I am just breaking in terms of partial fraction. So can I write what is the LCM of this? It will be this one. So let us do the LCM. It will be 1 plus t whole cube plus b 1 plus t whole square plus c 1 plus t and plus d. So if I compare the both LHS and RHS, what I will be getting? I will be getting t is equals to a. This one is a cube plus b cube, a plus b whole cube. So it will be a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b. Yeah, this will be a plus b whole square. Yeah, so what I am getting, this one I am getting. So if I compare both sides, after comparing both sides, what I will be getting is, because there is no t cube term, the a term will be 0. There is no t square term, so simultaneously b will also be becoming 0. We try to compare it. After comparing this one, we will be getting c value as 1 and the value of d, because it's a constant, as because c is equals to 1. So what will happen? The value of d will be coming as minus 1. Got it? So what will happen? This particular, in this one, this part and this part will become vanish, and it will be left out with 1 by 1 plus t to the power cube minus 1 by 1 plus t to the power 4. Correct? Means this particular function has this particular part. Okay. Now we'll go back to the integration. Yeah. So what can I write this particular integral now? Now this particular integral will be reduced to 0 to infinity t dt. Yeah. T dt, now this total integration will reduce to this one. It will be 1 by 1 plus t to the power 3 minus 1 by 1 plus t to the power 4 dt. And we have to integrate with respect to 0 to infinity. Now which formula will be applicable for this integration? I hope you remember, if you are integrating x to the power n with respect to dx into x to the power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So we will apply the same one. It will be coming 6. If I take it upside, it will be integration of 1 plus t to the power minus 3 dt minus integration of 0 to infinity 1 plus t to the power minus 4 dt. Okay. Yeah. So what I will be getting from here? I will be getting 2i is equals to 6. 2i is equals to 6. After integrating this one, it will become 1 plus t to the power minus 2 by minus 2, and this is already minus, so it will minus plus, it will become, this will be 1 plus t to the power minus 3 by minus 3, so I can write 3. Yeah, and it need to be integrated from 0 to infinity. Correct? Am I correct? I'll cancel this one. This will become 3. So I is equals to 3. Now I'll try to put the limits. So you let's simplify a bit. So it will be what? This I can write like this: 1 by minus 1 by 2, 1 plus t square, 1 by plus 1 by 3, 1 plus t whole cube, 0 to infinity. Yeah. So if I try to put the limits, we already know 1 plus infinity is on infinity. So these two values will be disappearing. We will be left with, if we apply 0, you will be getting what? Minus 1 by 2. You have to apply a minus, because it's infinity minus 0, upper limit minus lower limit. So you have to give a minus sign. So it will be coming minus 1 by 2, and here it will be coming plus 1 by 3. Okay, so it will be minus 3. If we take LCM, it will be 6. So minus 3 plus 2, which will be minus 3 into minus 1 by 6. So minus minus will become 3 by 6, and if we cancel, the answer will be coming as minus 2. So after simplified version of this one, what the answer we are getting? We are getting the answer as 1 by 2. So this is the answer. Okay, so I guess it served your purpose, it served your answer. Thank you.